Hello friends, it's Laressa here, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you my favorite Canva hacks and tools. So let's get into it. Starting with number one is the keyboard shortcuts. If we want to duplicate something, we can click on those elements. I'm going to click on this picture here of myself. So what you want to do is either press Command or Control D. So select what you need to and then boom, duplication. Now, like I said, you can do this to elements. You can also duplicate whole pages. So if I go to grid view here, oops, let's click this second thumbnail here. Just go Command or Control D again, and then it duplicates. Now, the next one I want to show you is copy and pasting. This is also similar to duplication as well. So if you want to copy and paste something, let's say we're going to go Command or Control C, and then Command or Control V to paste it here. Or you can paste this text into a different page here. So go again, Command or Control C, and I want to paste it down here. So you have to click that page and then Control V, and there you go. The text is right here. You can also copy and paste a whole page from one project in Canva to a different project. So let's say I want to copy this thumbnail here from this project, and I'm going to go into another opened project here, and then I'm just going to click this first thumbnail, and then I'm just going to Command or Control V. And it takes a little bit of time, but there it is right here. It copies and pastes into a different project. Now this one was easier because these projects are similar size, but if you copy it into a different canvas that is a bit smaller or bigger, you will have to scale it to that canvas. Now the next one I want to show you is how I toggle in between different elements. So again, I do use Canva to create my thumbnails, and I use a lot of different elements in layers, and sometimes things are behind each other and it's a little bit hard to grab things. So in order to toggle between the different elements, you can just go to the tab button on your keyboard and you toggle in between whatever you need to. Next up we have is the undo button shortcut. So let's say I moved this thumbnail, this picture by accident, and I want to go back. So you can go up here and click undo, but I always have my hands on my keyboard, so I just go Command or Control Z and it pops right back. Next one we have here is selecting multiple elements all together. Now let's say you want to move just the text in this thumbnail here. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So let's say what you want to do is press Shift on your keyboard, click the element, whichever you want. I'm going to use this one here, this one below, this one here. Now you have selected just these three elements and you're able to move them wherever. And now these ones are kind of fun little shortcuts. So if you want to have a circle, you can press C on your keyboard for a circle, or R for a rectangle, and you can also press T for text box, and that just pops it right up quickly for you, so you don't have to go into the menu here and search for whatever you're searching for. Another one I use quite heavily is zooming in and out. So you can zoom in and out using the toggle buttons here. But again, for ease and efficiency, the way I zoom in and out is I press the Control or Command button on your keyboard, and then I just scroll using my mouse. So that's it for the keyboard shortcuts that I use on a daily, consistent basis. If you have any other keyboard shortcuts that you use in Canva, let me know in the comments down below. So next up is in terms of uploading pictures faster to Canva. Now you can go to Canva and you can go to the upload section and then click upload media and do it that way, but what I do, which is more intuitive, is I just drag and drop my photo from wherever on my desktop and boom, right there. Saves time. Now in regards to the next tool, I cannot live without this next tool. This tool is literally the reason why I got Canva Pro, and that's the background remover. Again, I use Canva to create my thumbnails, and I basically take my thumbnail photos on my iPhone and then I upload it into Canva. And the way I do this is, again, I would drag and drop whichever photo, and then I would go into, click that image and then go to edit image. And then right here you have your background remover, and then Canva does its magic and it just takes the background out and it gives you that clear, beautiful profile that you want. Boom, just like that. And you just click apply. Now this segues into the next tool that I love, and that is the glow option. So when you make thumbnails and you want your picture profile to have an outline, what you can do after you remove the background is go to edit image again, and then let's scroll down to the shadows, and you want the glow effect. Now you want to click on those 3 lines, and then you can adjust how big and defined you want your glow to be. So I usually go for like maybe 7 blur. I like my glow to be white. I put the transparency all the way up, and I make the size around 15, and that's how you get that glow outline for your YouTube thumbnails. Alright, and the next tool that I use is the aligning tool. So let's say you wanted to align these 3 elements on the right side. So what you would do is select all 3 elements and then go to position, and then I'm going to click right here. It says align elements, and I want them to be aligned on the right, and you just click it and it just boom, elements shift like that, or you can center them or go back to left. Now the next step I have is the locking tool. So let's say I want to lock this profile picture down. In order to do that, I would click the element and then go up here to the upper right corner and click this lock here, and then you can move everything around this image without disrupting your profile image that you locked down. Next in line, I have the transparency tool. So I use this very heavily for my YouTube thumbnails. This is going to be centered all around my YouTube thumbnails. Now what I have here is an element that I have reduced the transparency on because I want it to look a little bit softer. So the way that I do that is, so let's use this little element in this upper corner here. So this is on 100% transparency, but if I wanted to bring it down a notch, I can just slowly do it like that. Now another tool that I like to use is the resizing tool. So sometimes you'll create a graphic on Instagram, but you want it to be compatible in size for, say, Facebook or your Instagram story. So we're gonna go open your project, and then so this is a pro element for Canva to resize. So what you can do is, if you know the dimension of the project that you want to copy this over, you can do the custom sizing. But let's see, this is going to be random. Oh, they also give you lots of presets as well. So this is a Instagram post which is 1080 by 1080. So let's say we want to copy it over to a Facebook post here. So you can do copy and resize, or you can just resize this project. But for ease, let's just copy and resize this image, and then Canva does its thing, and then it recopies everything like that just for you. And as you can see, because it's resized it, your elements are still in their same position as it was in the previous project. So you can go ahead and just move it over, and then it should look like that. And there you go. Next up, we have guides and rulers. I use this very heavily when I'm creating YouTube channel art. So I've done a previous tutorial on how I create my channel art, and you can check that out in the cards above. So in order to create your channel art, there is a certain way of doing that, and that is making sure that you have the proper dimensions and making sure that you're putting the most important pertinent information exactly where it needs to be. So this image here is something that I just got off of Google. You can just search YouTube channel art dimension. So you can just drag and drop that into Canva. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this as the background image. And you can already see that I have my have this set up already. So in order to have the grids and the guides in place, you want to go up to Files, and you want to make sure that you have that check mark on. So what this allows you to do is to drag either from the left and to drag here, or you can do it from the bottom down. But like I said, in regards to the channel art, having the guides in place after I remove the picture in the background, this allows you to have the grid line so you know where to put your information. So this is what mine looks like for my channel right now. So you can see that in the middle part I have my most important information, and that's how you use the guides, and that's how you create a YouTube channel art banner. And the final tool I have that I love using is adding a link to an element or a piece of text. So what you want to do is have your text, then you want to select that text, and then you want to go up here to the upper right corner, and you want to have the interlocking links that look like this, and click that. And so this is where you would add your link. So this is my website. What I would do is just copy from here, from the search bar, and then I would just paste it into here. In terms of text, you know that it is hyperlinked if it has a line underneath, so I know that is linked. You can also add links to the actual elements. So let's say for this EXP logo, I'm just gonna, for ease, add my real estate website here, and then you can see that it's there. And then the way you would check this to make sure that it works is you would make sure you download it as a PDF file, and then once you download that, you can open it up in whichever preview you have and just click on that element, and it should take you to that specific web link. Alright, so this is it for my Canva hacks and favorite tools. I hope this video is a great intro to Canva if you are new, and I hope it will help you better follow along with my Canva tutorials that I have here. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, I will see you next time. Bye friends!